Hi, my name's Rebecca, and I decided to start doing maybe some videos for other than just my children. I'm not sure how many other parents are out there dealing with custody issues. I'm sure there's a lot. But I've recently been going through a pretty horrible custody battle with my ex-husband. I'm not going to mention any names just because I'm not sure if there's any legal issues there, but I explain a little bit of what I'm going through. And last week, a few weeks ago, we had a custody hearing because originally I had asked for extra time during the summer with my daughter. I wanted a few weeks or a couple weeks in each month, June, July, and August with my daughter, because I normally only see my children every third weekend of the month, and my ex-husband does have primary physical custody of 3 of my children. And anyway, at the hearing, my rights, or my visitations, ended up being suspended because I was accused of doing drugs and alcohol with 2 of my children. And because I was accused, even though it was not true, being accused means you get your visitations taken away. And the crappy thing is that the judge ordered my ex-husband and I both to take drug tests at the hearing, and he failed and I failed, and he was able to walk out of the courtroom that day with my children, and he still has them, but my visitations were suspended, all because I was accused of doing drugs and alcohol with 2 of my children. Now, I don't know, I guess I find it really unfair because we both tested positive, but he got to go home with them. And my visitations were suspended until the next hearing. Originally, the hearing was supposed to be for the beginning of August, and then I got a letter a couple days ago, and now the hearing has been changed to the end of September, which means I have to go another almost 2 months without seeing my children, mainly my daughter. And it is the worst pain in the world to go even 2 weeks without seeing your children, but to go months without seeing your children is, in my opinion, the worst pain in the entire world, especially when you aren't a bad parent. I mean, I haven't made the best decisions, but I don't do drugs, I don't drink, I have a full-time job that I've been at for over 2 years. I have a stable home environment. I don't beat my kids, I don't do anything that would be considered unfit or abusive. And I can't afford an attorney. I mean, I don't make enough money to afford an attorney, and I make too much money to get a free attorney. So I have to defend myself. And that's hard, to defend yourself. And it really sucks that he can afford an attorney, and a good attorney, and he doesn't have to defend himself, but I do. And I don't know if there's other people, other parents going through the same issues where they feel like the justice system is failing them. But that's how I feel. I've been going through this custody battle for almost 6 years, and he has violated the custody order many times, and nothing ever happens. I've missed visitations because of them. I go 3 weeks without talking to my daughter in between visits, because I only was getting her every third weekend, and I couldn't talk to her in between the visits. I keep being told that she doesn't want to talk, which I really know is not true. There's a lot of manipulation involved on his part with the children, and I'm angry because it's not fair and it's not right. All I want to do is be able to see my children, and I feel like the justice system is failing. You know, all those parents that are able to have their kids even though they're drug addicts and alcoholics, and they've been caught doing drugs in front of their kids, they've been caught shooting up heroin or whatever in front of their kids, drinking in front of their kids, leaving their kids in the car for hours at a time, and they seem to have more rights. And it just seems incredibly unfair that me, not a perfect mom, but I love my children. I don't put them in danger. I don't feel like I do anything that makes me an unfit mom. I'm not perfect, but what parent is perfect? I try, I work, I pay my child support. I don't do anything that can make me look like an unfit parent. There's no proof, there's no nothing that I've done anything. I don't have a drug habit, I don't have an alcohol addiction, I've never committed any crimes, I've never been arrested. Like, I have my own place, I pay all my bills on time. You know, I work for the state. Like, I have a good job for over 2 years. How can I be called an unfit parent? And how can someone who is intentionally separating a mother and her children be called a fit parent? Someone who intentionally doesn't want a mother to see her children because of his own malicious and hate. He made comments that, you know, I don't deserve to see my kids because he's been the one raising them. But I'm been here. Like, I still had my visitations. I still saw them every third weekend. I have always paid my child support. Like, it's incredibly unfair. And if there's anybody else that is going through similar things or similar custody issues, maybe you can make a comment on this video. Give me some advice. Help me out a little. Let me know if there's anything that I can do. I'd love some advice from somebody else who's also going through this, because I'm at a loss. I'm representing myself. I've done everything that I can possibly do. I've looked up and I've done research. I've filled out paperwork, and I'm just at a loss on what else I can do. I post videos to my kids telling them how much I love them and how much I miss them. I send cards weekly. I call at least 3 times a week, and I don't know what else to do. I just feel like the justice system is failing me. You know, I'm not a bad parent. I'm not perfect, but I'm not a bad parent. So, maybe somebody can give me some advice. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks.